Hey guys, how we doing? Thought I'd show you guys how I do my gray and white stripe, the board effect or whatever you want to call it. I honestly don't know what do you even call it. Um, this is that Kincaid table. It's already been painted gray a couple times. It's got like 3 or 4 coats on it. Um, right here in the middle, you can see where I just had to re-sand it. The cat decided to jump on it when it was wet, and she smudged the whole center of it. So I had to re-sand all that, let it dry, sand it, and then repaint it again, the 3 or 4 coats to match it back up to this layer here, out here. So now it's all smooth. I mean, that's why this is white in the center. It's just because I've sanded it. But just to break all this up, I'm going to go ahead and do the white and give me just some lines into it. The wood grain is what I call it. But I thought I'd show you guys how I do it. A lot of these I don't show you guys. I keep saying I'm going to. So, I mean, that lid ain't good enough. Sorry, give me a second, guys. I need the blotter. Um, Okay, I just put a little bit of paint on there, but you can see how much is actually on there. And I don't want all that. I want a light amount. I'm going to drag that right across here and back. And keep doing that until I build it up to what I want to look like. And there's plenty of paint on that usually. The edges are what you're going to pull from. See, and then when I sand that, what's going to happen is them lines are going to get real faint. And they'll blend in really good. So it's a really simple process. You just try to, a little bit of waves is not going to hurt it because it gives it that wood grain sort of then. But you still want to try to keep them going straight back and forth. And then a little dab in the paint. I mean, I know it don't look like much, but it does once it gets going. Like I said, I only do a little bit at a time because you can really mess it up real quick by putting too much. Let's see what I'm doing here. There we go. And sometimes you're going to pick up more paint, so you start from a place where you don't have any. And I just always brush into the center. I mean, that's what I figured out. As long as I'm always brushing in towards the middle to give me that wood grain effect. And then when I sand this, it's going to be super, super smooth with that wood grain effect. And then just go over your edges. Your edges are brought into it. I got a little more paint on here, so now I'm going to start pulling them in. Get my lines in there. And I found this just as nice because it's really hard to get a perfectly smooth, nice, stained top. Something with no flaws in it, super smooth. Yeah, and this stuff here is the way they're doing things now. People actually like this more than they like the painted dark surfaces are not as popular anymore like they used to be when I was around. I mean, when we all used to buy furniture, everything was the shiny, you know. But this chalk and this dullness has really became more popular. So it's really about getting that nice finish and that just amount, right amount of broken color. I don't even know what you call it. But by incorporating the two colors, it's either a tan and a white or a gray and a white. And what it does is you're just lightly picking up the grain with all the color and then the white edge. And that's about it, guys, right there. I want this to hide a little bit more. That's that spot, and I've redone it 3 times and cannot get that to be perfect, but it's still standing out a little bit. But that's gonna be my one flaw, I guess. There's always one. And I may work with that again. I may put some more gray over that and then redo it again, just to fill in those little gaps again. I think one more spot of gray over that. And then I'll just let this dry for a little while. I'll hit it with real light 220. And that's it. I'll give you guys a little better close-up here of it. The light's so bad. Of course, it's gotta be a cloudy, crappy day. But there you go. And I'll put a picture up of it with the HD and the bright light. But yeah, I mean, that's what you get basically. Here's that nice wood grain look. The light and the darks, and I may add a little more white to it, like over here. So I got the nice grain going on there. I might blend that down a little bit to come down this way, because I'm a little dark in a couple places here. So I just do it by like I let it dry a little bit and see how it looks, and then add to it and take away and add. And I mean, sometimes I can do it 2 or 3 times just with the gray and the white back and forth, but so far this one's coming out really even, which is nice. I think I do need just a little bit more white in here, more white lines in here and here. So let me show you guys. I'm gonna go a little more. All we do is just go a little bit heavier with the white paint. I want a little more dark. I'm gonna knock all that off. I got quite a bit on here. But see, the whole brush has got it all over it. So that's why I use this Burley brush, because it leaves a nice wood grain. I'm gonna start from this way. I'm gonna come in from here. And then just by pressing down a little bit more, I'm getting a little more paint into it, into my lines. Now if I want to put some darker white lines like that, just dip in and wipe once. There we go. Maybe just a little bit more heavy right there. I'd like to have a nice big white streak like I got over there. One's sometimes good, but then you want to balance it out sometimes with a couple other ones. Like that. That's why I go through and just work them in. Like I said, as long as you're going back and forth, a little swirl or wave of your hand does not hurt anything, because it gives it that little grainy look. And like I said, this is not going to be this bright. Once I sand this too, it's gonna take away the hard lines, and it'll give it, you won't see this like really hard. I'll show you guys a picture at the end when I sand it. It feathers all that out real nice, and that's what I found out. I did this on my, go back and watch my first videos of my drawer shelves. That's how I started doing this. I did on accident. I was trying to antique it, I guess. And I painted it gray, and I put a little white on it around the edges and got that. And everybody liked it. So I went a little further and kept going and gave it the whole complete thing a grain effect. And this is what I came up with. Like I said, all these edges are not going to be, them lines there will not be that strong, because they're going to be sanded away. They're going to be blended right in. So yeah, I just still not liking this bump right there. I can see 3 little dots, and I don't like them because they're going the opposite direction of what the other lines are. So that, let me show you guys. I'll bring you guys in and show you once what I'm seeing. Right there. See them lines? Those are going the opposite way. And the flies here are just unbelievable today. This weather's just been, they've been just driving me crazy. But yeah, so what I need to do is hit that one more time with some gray, fill in them little divots, and then I'll go ahead and touch back up with the white. But yeah, there she is. The bottom's all done. It's already been waxed. You can see the base. That's all waxed. I'm gonna hit it again. I got one coat of wax on it. I'm gonna buff it out a little bit and then wax it again. So I got a couple good layers on there to protect that white. The chairs are coming out really good. I went through and plastic these up. Oh yeah, you guys haven't even seen it since. Okay, yeah. Since the last one, this light is just awful. I'm getting such shadows. You guys can't even see the white. Well, how about that chair out there? Yeah, let's use that one. One that's right out in the sun. Okay, yeah. They're getting the white backs, and what I did is just plasticed over. It happened to be my wife came home with a bunch of this plastic. It's like a film, and I don't even know what you wrap stuff in it, but yeah, it worked perfect for these. And I got down there, I got foil wrapped around those, so I got to get those off, and then I'll fine tune touching up those on the white, and I'll just tape around the base of them. Once I get the majority of this all painted, and I'm not flicking paint. As you can see how many dots are on there. Yeah, that's how much saved. And they're all like that, so yeah. They're coming out. That's only the first coat and a partial second coat, sort of. So, and they were dark, that mapley dark color, like the table over there. That's the color I was painting over. Yeah. So, this is the top. I just got done doing the bottom of it. I reinforced it with the two boards like I said I was going to. Then I just went ahead and took some, I had some black paint, and I just watered it down to get this a nice uniform color under here. This was the bottom. And it was that really ugly brown cardboard looking stuff. So I thought I'll just stain it, give it a stain look of a dark color to make it uniform. And I did leave the date. That's the color what it was right there. So, and these are going to be white. That's why I got the masking tape along there. I did the edge. It's all trimmed and cut. I got to sand it. I sealed it in plaster, which is going to turn very hard. Now this is something I've done on an old table before. I'll show you guys here. What I did was I went through and trimmed the very top up here to make sure it was perfectly flush. Got it exactly where I wanted it to. Took the sander, went around, sanded it. Then it was all completely flush around here. The only thing I had was a little crease in between where the plywood and this plastic stuff that they have on here. They have like a rubber piece on there, and there was a crack in the seam right here where the seam showed through. So I filled all them in the plaster, went around with a like a popsicle stick, and just smoothed it out to fill in all my cracks and crevices. Now I'm going to sand this all down super smooth. Then I'm going to seal that, and then I'm going to paint it black to match this and the top. And you'll get to see the top. You've already seen the top somewhat. It's stained and ready to go. In fact, I can probably flip it over here. Oh, this is heavier than heck. Oh. My wife just loves I'm using our new table for this table. Okay, and there's the top. It is dirty now, but you can see it's dark. And I'm going to bring that down to the sides. They'll either be, I'm either going to paint this, or I'll stain it with the dark stain, and then I'll seal that again. Then I'm going to either polyurethane it, or I'll seal it with something again. Polyurethane would be the best because it will not chip then. I'll have a lot less chance of it chipping or cracking or anything like that. So that decision I'm still going to make. This table here is all done. Except for I just got to secure the lid down. It's dusty. But yeah, that one's that little table. I'll give you a side view. I distressed it. Let me bring it down to see the... I distressed the corners, whoops, too far. Yeah, like that. I got the camera on a tripod, guys, sorry. Yeah, let's see if I can get you guys down here to show you some of the little stuff where I just light distressing. Just little bumps here and there. Where's that? Yeah. See, nothing massive, just to make it look like that little bit older, because it is an older little table, and I wanted to keep that effect going with it. Oops, sorry guys. There we go. I wanted to keep it the older look. That's why I did it in the dark color, because that's how it probably would have been done. And then it's got a cream color base, and the inside is dark, like I showed you guys. I did do that inside to match it. So yeah, I'm hoping to get some decent money, because the top came out awesome. Not hardly any flaws. There's one crack that did show back up after I put it on there, after I polyurethaned it. Sorry, my tripod is just acting up like crazy right now. Let me take this camera off here. I gotta get me a new tripod. I got this thing, I thought it was a great deal, but now I know why it was at Ollie's, because it just don't stay nothing. I mean, it works great once in a while, but when it feels like not doing it, it don't. So here, I can show you guys better by hand here. I just distressed it lightly. Just a couple corners, the edges, like here. Yeah, nothing spectacular. Then the inside's all waxed and sealed. That's all done. I'm going to put another coat of wax on that again too also, but the top's all done. She came out so nice. It's a nice espresso brown.